Good morning. Welcome to Skateboarding Mastery. Cheers. Okay, so today we're going to talk about dropping in. One of the coolest things you can do on a skateboard, and when you actually get the hang of it, you master it, that's the only trick when every time you do it, ace of spades is going to play in your head. So let's get right into it. Okay, so foot positioning. Again, front foot, back foot. Back foot is on the tail, of course, and the front foot, now that's the important thing, it should be somewhere around this area on the front bolts. Now, you can go a little bit under the front bolts or on the front bolts, that's completely fine. I will not recommend going like full wide drop in, only if you want to do like certain tricks. But for like a simple drop in, like the foot on the bolts, completely okay. So before we really start to tackle the drop-in, there are a couple of things you guys must understand. And number one, you can practice this drop-in motion where you stand on the board and you place your front down on the flat or in the bank. Both work just to get the feel of it before you, of course, tackle the ramp. So stand in the bank or the flat and just do this a couple of times. Number two, dropping in is a soft touch trick, soft feel trick. And what I mean by that is that I've seen people say that when you're here in this position, you have to put your weight on the front foot, you smack it down, you ride away. Now, yes, technically, of course, that's true. If you do that, you will do a drop in, of course. There is one thing you also have to understand. If you're a beginner and you do this and you fully commit, you smack your foot down, if you have a smaller board, there is a chance that you misplace your foot and you are in this position and your heel touches the ground. And then you stop the momentum with your body, and then you're going to fly off the board and this is going to suck. The soft touch feel also applies to banks because if you full send, hard smack your foot down, you do this, and there is a chance, because banks don't have copings, they can't lock your wheels in, that you pop back out and you're going to be in this weird, awkward position. You can fall off or, well, best case scenario, you're just going to run away or ride away sometimes. But yeah, that's why the soft touch feel matters so much. Okay, so in reality, how is this going to look? Your back foot is on the tail, front foot is on the bolts, and your upper body, you're going to slowly start to tip in the ramp. It should look something like this. Okay, so there is a fear element in all of this as well. From the side, the ramp can look small. Obviously, when you step on the deck and when you're ready to drop in, that's a whole different story. I understand because I've been there. How to conquer the fear really is just commitment. I know that's not the best advice, and you've heard this a million times over and over, but a lot of the mini ramp tricks, they are more mental than physical or technical. If you have a friend, that's perfectly fine to ask for them to hold you while you do your first drop-ins just to get the feel. I've helped tons of beginners like this, just holding them. They do a couple of drop-ins that way, and then like the 5th, 6th, 10th, or 20th time, they can do it themselves. And if you don't have friends, don't worry. We can work with that too. So if you're alone and you can't really commit to the whole drop-in, again, go back to smaller banks or even the flat. But I guess this is not a perfect advice, but you have to get your brain out of this. And what sometimes helps is just this. Because for some people, they are afraid to make that first step to actually place your foot down into the ramp. So this helps, but it's not ideal because there's a lot of stuff, again, that can go wrong. But if you really cannot commit, you've tried this for like 100 times and nothing changes, I would start to do this, because we have to break the cycle that's in your brain, the fear. Which again, I understand completely because I've been there. This is how I started. I couldn't drop in at all. I just couldn't. And this is how I overcame the fear. This is what I did. And then you start noticing, when you do this, you start noticing that when you run off, you're already at the flat bottom. Realistically, when you're dropping in, the board is almost already in the flat bottom. So you have to ride out only this much, which helps, again, your brain to rewire. So while I was editing, I realized that you can't really see the riding away part, so better angle for you. What also helps is extending your front arm towards the nose of the board. It also helps your body to tip in. And also a better angle how to run away. All right, I think we covered all of the points. I think so. Again, if you have questions, ask in the comments. I'll answer any of those. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next Skateboarding Mastery episode.